you like some breakfast?
Not hungry.
Oh, at least have an egg butty. Give her one, Sam. Give her one, Sam.
Sam, we need to talk.
I've not had my breakfast yet.
Well, I'll be outside packing up the van when you've got time for me.
She's so upset.
I thought you said you were going to sort things out with her.
No, that's what you said. I don't know what to do.
There is only one thing to do. Be a man and stand by her. Now get out there and sort things out before it's too late. Huh?
What? You're up before the magistrate later today.
Good. The sooner I'm out of this place, the better.
It was hard enough getting you bail. But now you've broken the conditions, there's every chance they'll remand you in custody. What were you playing at, attacking the prosecution witness?
I didn't attack him, I just lost my temper with him. And he had a go at me first. He came to my house, he threatened me.
So you say?
You think I'm making this up?
No, of course not. But the fact remains, no one saw this exchange, and yet we've got a church full of witnesses who can testify that you lost your temper. It's not looking good, Zoe.
What have we here? Scott Winter all on his own. No one around to witness anything that might happen.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah. Not that you could prove it.
Did Zoe put you up to this? Yeah, of course she did. You know I didn't go anywhere near her, you know. She started on me.
Shut up and listen. Now, you may have got her locked up for now. I just want to let you know you are going to get what's coming to you one day.
Locked up, eh? So they arrested her then?
Yeah, you should know. You called them.
Well, I didn't think they'd actually nick her. Hang on, if Zoe's been in custody, who's been looking after Jean all night?
You should have thought about that before you called the police on her mother. Don't worry, Scott. She's with people Zoe trusts.
Oh, no, I'm not having my daughter being looked after by some hired help.
Listen, you go near her and you'll give me just the excuse I need.
You ain't heard the last of this, you know. Because she's my daughter and she's coming to me.
I understand you're a little bit scared about having a baby.
Do you?
I'm scared and all.
I thought you were dead happy about it.
But I'd be daft if I weren't a little bit nervous. The farm's not doing right well, and here we are taking on the responsibility of another person for the next 18 years.
I never thought about it growing into a proper person.
Babies grow up fast. Before long, it'll be a toddler. Going to school before we know it.
We have to help it with its own work.
There'll be a lot more to think about before we get to that. Big thing we're doing, having a baby.
Oh, like my dad says, I've got no choice. Why don't I give you a lift home and assess the damage?
I don't think I could face the mess.
Well, you can't keep your furniture at the antiques barn for long. You're going to have to face it eventually, ma'am.
I can't. That's why I'm paying a man to take care of it.
What man?
Just a man. I know lots of men. Look, thank you for the offer and the coffee, but I think I'll leave it. Look, I'm going to have to go and see Viv, because she'll be wondering why I've left her high and dry. Nicola.
Do you think me mum's all right? She's acting a bit weird.
Did you talk to your old man?
He's never going to be any closer to selling. He just won't do it.
And we're going to have to find a way of making him want to do it. Or more precisely, you are.
Well, that's just what I was getting to. He might not want to sell the field, but I reckon Andy will.
He doesn't own the field.
But what Andy wants, Andy gets. Now, the only way Daddy's going to sell that field is if Andy wants him to.
And you think there's a chance he might want to give it up?
He will with a bit of a push.
Then you best give him a shove.
It'd be my pleasure.
I left some clothes at the front desk for you. Thought it might help if you look the part.
Not sure a smart suit's gonna help. What am I gonna do if I go to prison? What's gonna happen to Jean?
Don't worry about it. Effie and I'll be there to look after her.
Yes, but we could be talking about months. Yes, even. I couldn't ask you to take on something like that.
It's better that she's with us than with Scott.
Well, why would she be with Scott? Who said anything about that?
He mentioned something about taking her this morning.
He's been to the house.
No, I just bumped into him and he was sounding off. It's all bravado. He knows he doesn't stand a chance.
Yes, but he's still her father. He must have rights, and if I go to prison, they could well give her to him.
You don't know that. Anyway, I wouldn't let that happen.
There's nothing you could do to stop it. Nothing anyone could do.
They cannot leave her with the gardener.
He's not a gardener.
It doesn't matter who he is. As long as Jean is not in danger, then Zoe can leave her with whoever she wants. You know the score, Mum. I've tried for a parental responsibility order, but that can take months. I cannot believe that Callum has more right to see my little girl than I do.
It's disgraceful the way fathers are treated nowadays.
And what are you doing here?
I've come back to work.
I might not want you back after the disappearing act you did on me.
It won't happen again. I'm back for good now. And it's just as well. Because you need some time with your family to sort out this awful mess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
If Zoe does go to prison, we're going to find a way of getting our little girl back. I don't care what it takes.
What else did your dad say?
Not much.
Sam?
He said I had to be a man and stand by you.
So that's the only reason you changed your mind about coming home? Because your dad told you to?
Not the only reason. You want me to go now?
And what do you want? Do you want this baby or not, Sam?
I don't know.
Oh.
Where are you going?
Back to Norfolk.
I thought we were going back together.
I don't want you to stand by me just because your dad says you should. I didn't expect to be having this baby either, but it's there now. I want it to be loved, not just put up with.
Anyone in?
What are you doing here?
Well, I knocked off work early and didn't fancy going home. Thought you might be up for a beer. Well, if you don't fancy it, then I'll just get off.
If you've bought the beers, I'm not going to say no, am I?
When Miss Tate was granted bail, she agreed to refrain from contact with the prosecution's witnesses. She has since been involved in an altercation with Scott Windsor at the Emmerdale Parish Church. We submit that it is apparent that the bail conditions do not work and request that Miss Tate is remanded in custody until brought to trial.
My client doesn't deny that she was at the church, having taken a daughter to a service. However, she contends that it was Mr. Windsor who first approached her in a threatening manner, having broken into her home.
You have evidence to corroborate this?
Indeed we do. Mr. Callum Rennie has just given the police a statement that he overheard Mr. Windsor threatening Miss Tate. My client accepts that she should not have risen to these threats, but contends that she was subject to extreme provocation. If bail is upheld, she will take steps to avoid any further contact with Mr. Windsor.
Having listened to the representation, I conclude that bail will be upheld on this occasion. However, any further breaches, whatever the circumstances, and we will not be so lenient.
So how's work going? Is Dad driving you mad with this thing about the Kings and all?
You know what he's like when he gets on one.
Well, I only have to listen to it at home, that's bad enough.
I'm beginning to wonder if it's worth it.
I thought you didn't want to sell either.
I don't, but I just wish they'd sort it out.
Well, the King's going to end up taking this field anyway with that compulsory thing they've got.
Probably.
So why not take the money while you can?
We could do with the cash. Think of all the baby could buy with that sort of money, yeah? Speaking of which, do you want another?
no point in staying.
Well, at least come for a cup of tea at the cafe. You can't drive in this state. You're too upset.
Won't change the fact that Sam don't want me.
He does want you.
Only because his dad says so.
Well, that's not true, is it, Sam?
No.
You don't want our baby.
Well, come on, Alice.
I don't know what I want.
You know where I am if you ever make up your mind.
What's going on? Where's she going?
Back to Norfolk.
Huh?
Where'd you get this from?
Katie sent it to us.
So she's been writing to you?
Well, she just wanted to let us know that she's happy now. We go back a long way. I was married to her.
Yeah, not for long. And she was with me before she left.
She left because of you.
Only because you started stirring things.
You told her that you loved her, and then you slept with the first posh tart that came along. Of course she's not going to write to you. She don't want anything to do with you. Robert!
Hello, darling. Hello. Mummy's missed you so much.
Oh, you've missed Mummy too, haven't you? So, what happened? I thought it sounded like they'd revoked the bail.
Well, they would have done if Callum hadn't told the police that he'd heard Scott threatening me.
Well, I thought you were out that night.
No, I'd left something back in the office, so I popped in on the way out. I remembered earlier today that I had actually heard Scott.
I'm glad you did.
Well, what are friends for if they can't help you out on the spot?
I would be in prison tonight if it wasn't for you. Come on then, you. You can tell Mummy what you've been up to while I've been away. Yeah.
Look, you can't just let your baby go just like that.
I reckon he's done the kid a favour. Saved it from a lifetime of embarrassment.
You know, Kane's got a point. He'd have hardly made the world's best dad.
He's a better dad than you two.
What did you just say?
I said I'd be a better dad than you. At least my baby would be able to talk to us. Debbie can't tell you no. Not even when she's having her own baby. Isn't that right, Dad?
Kane has got a point. At least he's in the same county as Debbie. You'll be hundreds of miles away from your baby if you don't do something fast.
Exactly. So don't you go telling me how to bring up my own kid when you don't even want yours. You're a much worse dad than I am. You dump your kid before it's even born.
Nice one, Kane. I think you've just done our Sham a big favour there.
Huh?
I can't believe Callum did that. He does everything by the book, and there he was, lying for you, under oath.
Well, we don't know that he was lying.
Do you think he was there that night?
No.
So he lied. Only question is, what does he want in return?
He doesn't want anything in return. He was just being a friend.
A very good friend to do something like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, speak of the devil, we're just saying what a big deal it was what you did for Zoe today.
Well, that's the least I could do after all you've done for me.
What exactly is it she does for you?
Effie. Callum, I can't tell you how grateful I am.
No, you don't have to thank me. I can see it was worth it.
Look, if it looks like it's going badly, come over and say that there's a bar emergency and that you need me.
A bar emergency?
Yeah, say the Sherlock bit is exploding. Say anything, just get me out of there. I didn't like the walls.
What was wrong with the wall?
They were green, lime green.
That was the wallpaper, and it's easy to change for like the rest of the house. Don't you think it was perfect?
I think it needs a lot of work, that's all.
Ah, I can't believe you're turning down another house.
I'm not turning it down, not outright. I just think we can do better.
Story of my life.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to check out the goods before I commit myself to buy. I must say, I've chosen very well this time. I'm Avril, your date.
Bob Hope, no jokes, please. Can I get you a drink? Although I'd steer clear of the Sherlock bitter, it looks like it's going to completely explode.
Well, no, I don't like bitter. I prefer a wall banger, me. A Harvey wall banger. The cocktail. Cheeky.
Oh, look at you, Glamourpuss. Where are you off to?
Just off to the pub.
Dressed like that?
What's the matter with how I'm dressed?
Well, I think you look fabulous.
Bit too fabulous for the local.
I'm putting on a brave face, showing that Zoe Tate isn't getting the better of us.
Oh, this is for Zoe's benefit. Nothing to do with Bob having a date in there tonight.
Nothing whatsoever. Right, I'm off.
Bye. Much obliged to you for the tea, but I'm ready to drive now.
Stay a bit longer, just in case.
There's no point waiting around. I've got chickens to feed, a farm to run. I've got to do it on my own now. Thanks for your kindness, Emily. I've got to go.
Alice, take care of yourself.
Look, I'm sorry, but Andy's not going to sell that field.
I thought you said you were going to sort it.
I am going to sort it, but there's no point in treading softly anymore. We're just going to have to take it from him.
Might be time we up the stakes.
Can we force him to sell the farm while we're at it?
We just want the field. We're not out to destroy him.
I am.
You really hate him, don't you? I thought me and my brothers could turn on each other, but...
Andy's not my brother. He never has been and never will be.
We are going to have a good time tonight, you and me.
Oh, yes?
I always have a good time when I go out, especially when I'm with my type of guy.
What type's that, then?
Handsome, charming, and ever so sexy.
Bob, best come quick. The bitter's exploded.
You deal with it.
What? No. The bitter's... It's a bar emergency. The bitter's exploded. It's everywhere.
Yes, well, you'd bitter deal with it.
How's Bob's date going? She hasn't disappeared on him, then?
No, I don't think she's gonna. I think this one's going a lot better.
What are you doing? I could have knocked you over.
I don't care. I don't want you to go.
Has your dad sent you again?
No, it's what I want. I want you, Alice.
What about the baby?
I want that and all.
Sure?
I was scared of it, because I didn't know what it was going to be like. But it'll just be a little you or a little me. And we're not scary.
It will be scary sometimes, Sam. It's going to be hard.
I know. And I don't know how to look after it yet. I might get it wrong. I might even drop it a couple of times. But it don't matter. Because I can love it. I know I can love it. Because I love you.
What are you doing?
I love you, Alice Edith Rose Wilson. Will you marry us?
You're proposing?
I want everything to be proper. I never thought I'd have a family of my own. And now I have. I want to do it right. I want us to get wed. What do you think?
I think you're a wonderful Sam Dingle.
Is that a yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't me.
Is it just me, or does Bob's date remind you of someone we know?
That's exactly what I was thinking. She looks just like Paul in drag. I see you're on a date with Bob. He's my ex.
Explains why you've been staring at us all night.
Well, I'm not jealous, if that's what you think. I wouldn't go near Bob Hope if you paid me. He's nothing but a womaniser.
Really?
Yeah, sex mad. At it all the time, he is.
Oh, good job I put my best snog-proof lippy on then, isn't it? Looks like I'm in for a hot night.
Are you okay?
I'm not going to do myself an injury just because Katie's not sent us a letter.
You drove off in a hurry, and you'd had a few.
And I can drive just fine.
Well, you could have got stopped by the coppers. Look, it doesn't matter. I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, wait up, Andy. I think I might have overreacted earlier. It's not your fault that Katie's writing to you and not me. And I know we've said this before, but can we start again? Let me make it up to you.
You don't have to.
I'd like to. Let me buy you a drink sometime.
Did he catch her? Don't tell me you've let her go.
I'm not letting her go ever again. We sorted things out. I'm going to be a dad. You're going to be a granddad, Dad.
There's already a granddad, you div.
Yeah, but this should be different. This is our Sam's. It'll be special.
It'll be special, all right.
This would be the best day ever if we didn't have to leave.
Do you not want to go?
Well, I want to be with you and everything. I feel like I am home.
Hey, you could always stop here if you want, you know? There's plenty of room.
I'm in the barn.
We can't. The farm.
Well, I wants to be with you if you want to be here. Move for me once, perhaps this time I should move for you.
Are you sure?
Well, we'll have to sort out chickens and think about selling the farm. Give it a go. Nice to be married up here.
Married?
Oh, me and Alice, we're getting wed.
Oh, congratulations.
This is the best day ever. I'm getting wed, having a little one, and I'm coming home.
I am proud of you, son. Very proud. You have grown up.